Seen in the last episode, we had a great sail down to the bottom end of Waiheke. We had Elaine and Trevor with us, and yeah, we had a good sail. And on the way back in, we managed to get all the way back into the dock here. And just as I was berthing, we were putting the lines on, the bow thruster stopped working, so I'm not sure exactly what's gone on. It was working while it's spinning, the motor's spinning, but there's no thrust coming out either side, so it's either done one or two things. It's either spun the prop off, or more likely, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's only busted the drive pin inside between the motor and the actual prop itself. So we have to get under the bed at the front there and pull it out and have a look and see what's going on. Stay tuned. So we're going to have to take all this stuff off, because underneath here is the bow thruster, so better get going, I guess.
A drive shaft shear pin is a safety device in power transmission systems such as a Luma bow thruster. They are designed to fail when mechanical overload occurs in the drive system. In our case, it could have been debris being sucked into the bow thruster tunnel, causing a sudden, sharp stopping of the propellers. The inertia from the 6 kVA thruster would have been enough to shear the pin and saving further damage to the bow thruster system.
Right, there it is. It's under the front cabin here. So we've got the bow thruster down in here, and there's the motor. And I'm hoping in between there is a drive pin that we can flick back in there. So we have to take that hatch off there now to get to the top of the motor.
With a large boat such as Thistle, a bow thruster is an essential piece of kit rather than a luxury. We have twin rudders, not in line with the drive propeller wash, so we need at least 3 knots of water running over the rudders before our helm can gain any traction. Often in tight spaces, 3 knots is not a safe speed to be going, so it was essential we fix the bow thruster prior to going out sailing again.
Doing a bit of research on these bow thrusters. There's nothing much on YouTube with regards to organising the drive pin on a retractable Luma thruster, which we have. It's the RT185. There's quite a bit, which apparently, I'd say the RT185 has now been discontinued, which is funny because most things in the marine industry I find is quite interesting with regards to that. The manufacturers come out with something last 5 years and then they upgrade it with something else, and then all of a sudden all the old parts aren't available and you've got to scrounge around trying to find them. Right, we're off to Kiwi Yachting to pick up a drive pin for the bow thruster. Turns out that the one I've got, the RT185, is discontinued, but apparently the drive pin for the 185TT, which is the current model, fits into it. So I think the whole thing is the same unit, same drive unit. So anyway, we're heading off to Kiwi Yachting to pick up that and hopefully fix it. So I've been to Kiwi Yachting and picked up the shear pin. Not cheap, about $10 each. But we're about to get into this bow thruster and finish it off. First things first, you take photos of things so you know how to put them back together. Right, got the 4 bolts out. We're going to try and lift this out now. Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. And check this out. There's your problem. It has shared that pin. So, we'll knock that out. I'll take that out. Get rid of this. So something's obviously locked it to make it shear it off. Anyway, good news. So there's the new drive pins, and they're going to go into that hole there, and then Luma says you've got to use these to hold the pin in place. So I don't know, seems a little bit low tech for some brand like Luma, but there you go. I'm just going to make sure that it fits in there, the right length and everything, because apparently it is. Yeah, it looks like it is. Right diameter. Go. Back in place. And with the magic of video, and ta-da, all back together. Look at that, all those bolts are torqued up nicely over the back here as well. Down there's 4 bolts. I don't know if you can see them just there, and down there. Pull the wires back on, plug it back in. Tidy up. So I just had a conversation with Cyrus from Flying Cloud. You may remember them from some of our earlier videos over summer. They're up in Fiji at the moment, and he's rung me up and asked me if I wanted to crew for Flying Cloud on the way back from Fiji. So after a bit of discussion, we'll see how we get on. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be flying up to Fiji on the 10th, and spend a couple of days up there getting ready to sail back and make a plan, and then sail back to New Zealand. So that's going to be exciting. First time for me, blue water. Bit nerve-wracking. I always thought that was going to be on Thistle, but good experience, and get a bit of experience for getting Cat 1 for Thistle. So yeah, now I've got to get my head around that. Good fun.